Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Caitlin. Today I'm going to teach you how to make chicken piccata, one of Miss Fabienne's favorites. This is my Haitian sensation.
Hi.
She's rocking the nation. Her name's Fabienne. We used to live together in college, and I used to cook. How often did I used to cook?
Very often. Loved it.
Yeah. And is this something you liked when I cooked it?
I did, pretty much so.
She'd ask for it.
I do.
A lot. She can't really pronounce Piccata or Star Wars, but that's another story, another episode. But you are not only going to know how to pronounce it, Piccata, you're also going to know how to make it. So let's get started.
So what the heck, 'cause I'll be laughing at all of your...
So we're going to use about a cup of flour, and we're just going to use it to dredge the chicken, which means we're going to coat it on both sides so it's no longer slimy. We're going to take the chicken, we're going to slice it down the middle so then we have two pieces instead of just one, because it's nice and thick right now. And then we're going to dredge it. Lemon, this is for later when we slice it up nicely and put it on as a garnish. Here is some lemon juice. We're going to use about, I would say, 3 to 4 tablespoons. A couple of good squirts from one of these type bottles. Or if you're using fresh lemon juice, you can use the juice of 2 lemons. We've got one of my favorites, capers. You're gonna use about like a teaspoon of pepper, which is like a little sprinkle, just a pinch to taste. Your favorite white wine, I typically recommend a Pinot Grigio because it typically complements the rest of the flavors. I personally am obsessed with Chardonnay, so I'm just gonna use some Chardonnay. We're gonna use about 1/3 of a cup. And last but not least, chicken broth. Cool. So, Haitian. So, okay, Bobby and I lived together when we went to Nazareth College. And we were quite the pair, as if you can see. And yeah, so Faby also has been in college basically ever since. It is like the best decade of her life.
It is. I was a nursing major, and then I did PT, then I was bio.
Physical therapy, because people don't know what PT is.
Physical therapy. And then I did bio, and I settled on nursing after that. And then when I transferred out of NAS,
didn't settle on you.
No, apparently not. And after that, I went to a local school in my town, which is New Rochelle. It's a suburb of New York City. So
You're good
ever
at
since then, I've been in school
Okay.
and getting my second master's now.
Oh, so what was your first master's in? What did your degree end up being in? Tell everyone.
My first degree was in psychology, and then I did IO psychology, which is industrial organizational psychology, and now I'm getting my MBA in international business and management with HR concentration as well too. So yeah.
So what does one do with so many degrees besides like go as like a thermometer next Halloween?
Ask me in a couple of months, and I'll let you know.
Alright, so once all your chicken is dredged, you need to dispose of the rest of your flour. You can't use it again. It's not sanitary. So Bob, why don't you take your dredged chicken over to the frying pan. So I just put some olive oil in my pan, about like, you know, a few tablespoons. Just because when you start heating it and it gets runny, you want it to coat the whole pan. Bobby and I made these bears at Springfest in college, and they were hers was like chocolate colored and had a shirt on it that said Ivory, and mine was a white bear and it had a shirt on it that said Ebony. I can't imagine why we picked those names.
Not at all.
So once you have these on here, 4 to 5 minutes each side, and they're looking pretty golden on both sides, you take them off and you have a nice plate with some paper towels on the side that you put them on, because that's going to drain the excess oil from when we fried them. And we put them to the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn down the heat to low. I'm going to grab my Chardonnay, or whatever wine you chose, and we're going to deglaze the pan. Usually you use about 1/3 of a cup. So then we do some of our capers, our lemon juice. So start squirting. So you want about, I would say, 3 tablespoons. So really squirt it. Go to town. Not there yet. Keep going. Then we got this bad boy, our chicken broth. And I use the whole damn can. Okay. So you don't need any more salt than the capers.
Okay, alright.
I mean, you definitely don't. You're good. So we're gonna do a quick little dab of butter and then a tablespoon of flour. So once we get this gravy-like consistency and a nice bubble action going, you should be able to pull your spoon and see that action where it takes a little bit longer to collect. That means it's just about right. And that means it's time to reintroduce our chicken to the pan. So you kind of dip it and flip it. And we're just gonna get all the chickens in here. So we're gonna let it cook for like 2 minutes on each side in the sauce. Bobby's gonna cut a lemon for us so we can just toss it in and get it a little cooked so then we can give the illusion that it was in there the whole time. Lemon, and put them in with the chicken. And we wanna cook them in there for like just a minute or 2. You know, get them in there.
In the sauce?
Get them in the sauce. You know, you wanna make them look like they've been cooked a little bit. Faby, you really outdid yourself.
This looks amazing.
And we want to get some of that saucy goodness. Let's move this over. And now, if you want to make it look extra fancy and impressive, just get a little dried basil, a little greenery. Your favorite part, Faby?
Eating time.
Eating time. Come on, dig in. Let's have a taste tester. How did it do?
So good.
Last but not least, thanks for watching. Now, everyone, even if you're not trying to marry Faby, knows how to make chicken piccata. And come back again and watch Cooking with Caitlin, and make sure you bring your empty stomach.